Some leaders build empires on noise and disruption. Others build them on quiet competence. James Goodnight belongs to the second group. He started a software company called SAS Institute. He turned it into a multi-billion-dollar giant. He did it without the usual Silicon Valley playbook. There was no IPO frenzy. There was no chasing of venture capital. His story is not about a 7-minute hack to $1 billion. It is a playbook for a 7-decade legacy. It is a testament to the idea that patience, customer focus, treating your people right, are not just good ethics. They are brilliant business strategies that compound over time, creating a fortress that outlasts fleeting trends. He grew up in Wilmington, North Carolina, a place far from the burgeoning tech hubs of the West Coast. His early passions were mathematics and science, the foundational languages of the modern world. He pursued this interest with academic rigor, attending North Carolina State University. There, he immersed himself in the world of statistics, earning both a master's degree and a doctorate. This deep educational grounding was not a detour from his entrepreneurial path. It was the very bedrock upon which his empire would be built. His academic work was not just theoretical, it was intensely practical and aimed at solving real-world problems. While at the university, he did not just learn, he also taught. Serving as a faculty member, he honed his ability to communicate complex ideas. He also worked on government-funded research projects. These projects tasked him with managing and analyzing large agricultural data sets. This was the crucible where his skills were forged. Organizations were collecting more data than they knew what to do with, and tools were crude or non-existent. The birth of SAS Institute was not a singular, dramatic event. It was a gradual evolution. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, Goodnight and his colleagues were working together at North Carolina State University. Anthony Barr, John Saul, Jane Helwig. They were tasked by a consortium of universities, funded by the National Institutes of Health, to develop a statistical software package. Their goal was to analyze vast amounts of agricultural data. The software was called the Statistical Analysis System, SAS. Built by researchers, for researchers, powerful, reliable, it worked exceptionally well for its intended purpose. Its reputation spread beyond agriculture. Other departments, universities, and commercial entities saw its potential. Pharmaceutical trials, insurance claims, manufacturing processes. Demand grew organically. Licenses flowed through the university, and the team recognized a bigger need. In 1976, they left academia, spun the project out, and incorporated SAS Institute, licensing the software and providing support and updates, a no-nonsense promise of clarity, not just code. James Goodnight's transition to CEO was seamless because he never left the mindset of a researcher. He did not adopt the typical executive persona. He infused scholarship and builder values and kept his office among developers. Proximity signaled tech at the heart of the company, close to debates, close to solutions. His leadership was defined by relentless R&D. While others slashed, Goodnight doubled down, often investing more than double the industry average. He played the long game, adapting from mainframes to cloud to artificial intelligence. He believed the most valuable assets weren't lines of code, but the people who wrote them. He famously said, "If you treat employees as if they make a difference to the company, they will make a difference to the company." He built legendary benefits, on-site healthcare, subsidized childcare, a world-class gym, a 35-hour workweek. He treated benefits as strategic investment, low turnover, massive savings, and deep product customer knowledge. The business development strategy at SAS was a masterclass in disciplined patience. In a world of blitzscaling and market dominance at any cost, SAS chose a different path. Serve a core group exceptionally well, universities and government agencies. Listen intently. Refine product. Create a virtuous cycle. Don't chase trends. Add modules that solve tangible problems. Financial risk management. Built. Clinical trial analysis. Delivered. Remaining private kept control, free from quarterly whims and public market pivots. That freedom enabled long-term decisions. Invest in R&D, people, and customers. Stability and trust became a selling point. No sudden acquisitions, no overnight pivots, no brutal cost-cutting. This was not explosive growth. It was a fortress built on superior products, loyal customers, and steadfast vision. The financial success of SAS is a story of quiet, relentless accumulation. As a private company, exact figures were often behind a curtain, but the picture is clear. For decades, SAS posted unbroken revenue growth and profitability, remarkable in a brutal industry, from hundreds of thousands to billions annually. Not one breakout, but compounding renewals, sales, and services. Goodnight's wealth tied to SAS's value, among the world's tech elite as majority shareholder. Not built on stock option flips, built by creating and holding a valuable asset. Predictable subscription and maintenance from loyal customers created massive, steady cash flows. Conservative finance, little to no debt, bootstrapping at enterprise scale. Resilience in storms, investing and hiring when others cut, funding culture and R&D with freedom. James Goodnight's financial advice is not flashy, just common sense rooted in lasting value. Focus on the customer. Listen, understand pain points, build urgent solutions for the people who pay the bills. Control costs and capital structure, minimize or avoid debt, fund growth with profits for stability. Hire brilliant people and keep them. Well-being, great environment, competitive pay are high-return investments. Hire smart people and don't get in their way. Think in decades. Invest consistently in R&D and relationships built on trust. SAS spans industry solutions. Business intelligence, cloud, AI, machine learning, always using data to drive decisions. A massive education arm empowers new data scientists. Personally, he's a major NC landowner with significant real estate. With his wife, Anne, he invested hundreds of millions in education, Carey Academy and NC State. He owns Prestonwood Country Club and the Umstead Hotel and Spa, a counter-narrative. No VC, no IPO, no compromise of principles.